Exploring Atlanta on a shoestring budget. Parks, events, museums, fine dining, and places to stay. Piedmont Park, things to do with education, health and wellness. There's workshops for gardening, etc. Atlanta's equivalent of Central Park in New York. Other activities we can do in Piedmont Park: fishing, biking, community gardening. Festivals are held in Piedmont Park. The Atlantic Beltline, bike beltway, no tables, no chairs, an invitation to community at the Beltline. Atlantic Beltline design and construction. There's people that have been living in the Beltline for a long time. And one of the disadvantages of having more attention to their neighborhood and actually inflow of money is taxes. The taxes have been going up. They have a program paying the increase of taxes to legacy residents, people who have been in the community for a long time. Centennial Olympic Park, got the map where the Congress Center is and everything. We can even go to a magic theater. The Martin Luther King National Historical Park in Georgia. Atlanta's top tourist destination is the Visitor Center, birthplace of Martin Luther King, right there. Discover attractions of the park and where he was born and buried. There's a junior ranger program. And one thing that I also like about this is they also include, if you have any suggestions to improve our website, please tell us. Now, this is where she lies in state, in the Georgia Capitol, and Governor Brian Kemp right here is paying his respects. We can go to other museums as well. This is High Museum in Georgia, Samurai Armor Collection, Toddler Thursdays, Live Jazz Fridays, and Conservative Conservation George Voronowski, I can't even pronounce his name. Anyways, he's probably giving lectures, I'm guessing, on memoryscapes. This is an interesting picture of a piece of art becoming a member. African art, American art, abstract art. My cousin has something similar to that. It's a clear plastic thing. I don't know what this is. This looks like a piece of camp gear, actually. If it was small and tiny, we use something like this for cinching up rope. Folk art, which is interesting, modern and contemporary. Photos. Now you know what to expect at the museum, and here's the address right there in Atlanta, Georgia. Now we have our top 10 places to go for happy hour, because after looking at all those museums and everything, you're going to want to go out for a drink or maybe talk with friends, meet up before going out to dinner. But here's top 10 happiest places to go for happy hour. I like Yelp. Yelp has honest reviews a lot of the time, and you can always tell if a review is honest by just checking out the person's Yelp page. We got the Postino Buckhead Fight Club Atlanta. That sounds interesting. I wonder if they have fights on television, probably. Virtue Rooftop. Oh, I like rooftop bars and restaurants. Happy Hour in ATL. Draw Bar, Whiskey Bird. Oh, and they're all on the map over here too. Here's the Whiskey Bird right over there. I didn't see them. They were right above my head. You guys saw them. And then we have Casi Cilio, Red Phone Booth, downtown Atlanta. And all of these have 4 stars and above. This is great. Open until 1 a.m. Church Midtown. Interesting way to describe your bar. What, you're going to church? Hey, honey, I'm going to church. High Note Rooftop Bar. That looks very nice. And then there's probably more. Places for food. The easiest way to find places for food in any town is just go food event, Atlanta, Georgia, or wherever you're at. And I just was looking for food events. And we have an ice cream festival on the 22nd coming up. Wave Food Festival. Let's look up a little bit. We'll look, and it's in Piedmont Park, actually, which will be great. And Georgia Car and Bike Picnic and Food. And then there's more food festivals and more information. But Google is a great source of information for anything you're looking for. And back to Yelp for eating. Local cuisine. I find that that's the best way to find budget food, because what isn't budget about local food? Because people eating local food, they're going to be eating local produce, local this, local that. We got Southern City Kitchen Downtown, Midtown. Sorry, my brain. Sugar Shames. Now that looks, these are all desserts. Yummy. This thing looks like it's got coconut in it. And then Rumi's Kitchen, Colony Square. I don't know what this is. Amazing ambiance. Even better service and food. Among the 4 of us, we tried a variety of entrees and the dessert and had no complaints with either the quality or the amount of food that they got, I'm sure. This one I thought was a funny name for a restaurant. Slutty Vegan Ralph David. But it got a great review, so... And also, it's a vegan restaurant probably for everything. Because vegans don't like to even have food that's even touched animal product in any way. One Flew South. This very interesting. Homegrown food. Gusto Peachtree. And lots more places to eat. Local Expedition Wood-Fired Grill. Yum. Now, like I said, we're going to cover some places to stay after we're done with our bellies all full. You can go to booking.com. I have my last thing there, so let's put in Atlanta, Georgia. It just knows that's where I'm going to go. And let's go for right now, which is the 18th through the 22nd. Let's see what's available on booking.com. We have an apartment downtown, midtown. I keep on saying downtown. There's one downtown. I could just about buy a place no, but that's pretty expensive for a night's stay. Here's one that's getting closer to our range. Or we could go to Airbnbs, which look just as nice, and $407, but the next one over, $74 a night. Yeah, that's got my vote right there. And then here's another one, $51 a night. Yeah. Make sure to read more about whatever you get when you go into an Airbnb, though, because you might not get kitchen privileges. You might have to share a bathroom. You might just get a room. Just read it. There's a lot to be said for reading. I wish I paid more attention to my dad when he said that when I was a kid. That is Atlanta on a budget. We go to parks. We go to bars. We go to restaurants. We go to museums. And we find a place to stay.